So, one of the most crazy things that people are talking about is how the Nothing Phone 1 isn't getting Nothing OS 4.0. And that is a very sad story when coming to this device because, Nothing is something that's trying to break into the market and gain some market share. And, they're trying all these different strategies to pretty much stand out as well as give another offering. Kind of like trying to fill in the shoes of LG. Not saying that they're trying to copy LG, but just, take that open void that LG has left. And Nothing could possibly do it. And I can see why that they want the Nothing Phone 1 to not get Nothing OS 4.0, because then a lot of people who invested in the Nothing Phone 1 wouldn't upgrade to the Nothing Phone 3. But see, that's the problem though. You have something good with the Nothing Phone 1. You have something good with the Nothing Phone 2. So only being 3 generations in, along with basically 2 generations of your A series, I think it would be probably a better decision to upgrade the Nothing Phone 1 to Nothing OS 4.0. Here's why. Yes, while some may think that, okay, if they did it, then those with the Nothing Phone 1 wouldn't upgrade. Well, you could save face because technically there are people who are not fans of the Nothing Phone 3. They don't like that dotted matrix on the upper right corner. They like the glyph lights. And so if you gave them Android 16, you would show that your products are going to be supported for the long run. I think that's one of the things that scares a lot of people out there who are not techies that are buying smartphones, is that how long of a support will they get? Because there are those who buy smartphones that want to use the phones for the next couple of years, maybe 3-4 years. They don't want to upgrade every year. And if you're supporting your devices, they know that they're getting the latest in security, software updates, as well as new features. That gives them a reason to kind of stay hooked to your brand. The other reason basically is, like I said, the Nothing Phone 3, people aren't, they're not a fan of, the glyph matrix. They don't like that. They like this design. They've come to know Nothing for this. And while the CEO has made his explanations that they want to grow, they don't want to stay in the same old thing, sometimes the same old thing works better than changing and growing. I mean, look at Pixels. They have kept nearly the same design for not 6 generations, but about 4 generations. And they're doing just fine. And maybe Nothing could take a page out of that book. Maybe the understanding here is that you got something good, especially since you don't have a big presence in the US market. So the people who went and got the Nothing Phone 1 and had to import it into the US and all that stuff, maybe they just want to see their phone supported a bit longer. Why not give them that? Because Nothing phones are really good. I love the user interface of a Nothing device. I really like it. I mean, it's amazing. Honestly, it really is. The fluidity is just, man, it rocks. And I can only imagine how my Nothing Phone 1, which is not technically a flagship device by definition of specifications, if you're focused on processor chips and stuff like that, it's not. But it is smooth. That user interface, it's very nice, very snappy. Pleasing on the eyes, not overbearing. Glyph lights, fun, makes tech interesting. Not all business, some play. I'm just saying, Nothing, update this device to Nothing OS 4.0. Let it be ran in the beta test and see if it can handle it before saying no to this phone getting Android 16. I'm just saying.